So Labo has a new city exclusive for the city of Amsterdam. This is Mousse De Chene 30, an Amsterdam city exclusive. Corey's here with me and he is a big fan of Labo. He and I are going to go ahead and discuss and review and offer our first impressions of Amsterdam city exclusive Mousse De Chene 30 coming right up. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian with Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, there should be a subscribe button at the bottom. Please subscribe now so you don't miss out on future videos and giveaways. And I have Corey here. Like I said, he's a big fan of Labo. And recently I found out that there's a new city exclusive coming out for the city of Amsterdam. It's called Mousse De Chene 30. And if you don't know anything about the city exclusives for Labo, there are several of them. Our San Francisco city exclusive is Limette 37, but did you know that it used to be Bay Rose?
Oh, I didn't know that actually.
Bay Rose used to be our city exclusive and they moved it to Chicago. So the city exclusive for Chicago is Bay Rose. We got Limette 37, but there's also Vanille 44 for Paris, Tuberose 40 for New York, Poivre 23 for London, Musk 25 for Los Angeles, Gaiac 10 for Tokyo, Quil 28 for, God, which one was, I think it's Dubai.
Dubai, yeah.
Benjuan 19 for Moscow, and Aldehyde 44 for Dallas. Now, city exclusives are only available in the specific city, so you have to go to a boutique, the Labo, official Labo boutique, or a place that sells Labo fragrances. And in our case here, we have them at Barney's.
That's right.
But overall, I think also Nordstrom's carries, online they do, and some stores do the Labo line. And of course also Saks does, and there's a Saks in Houston that sells Labo. I'm sure there's a few others. But here in San Francisco we have Barney's, which is really close to where I live and I go there. And then we have the actual boutique on Fillmore Street. The prices for the city exclusives are not the same. They're around $460, I think, for 100 ml, and usually I buy 100 mils. And the 100 ml regular fragrances are $265. So I think the city exclusives are $460. It could be a little more, right. But the last time I checked, it was $460. Tell me why you like Labo fragrances.
Well, I recently, as I told you, have been exploring the world of fragrances, and they're really the first house that I explored. Their boutique on Fillmore is really close to where I live. And I had gone in there once before with my roommate years ago, before I started exploring fragrance, and all of their fragrances are just, even before I started kind of developing a taste for fragrance, I guess, just my, unexperienced nose was drawn very much to the quality of the fragrance. Compared to what I could smell at other places, I think something about the quality and just the nuance and the way they change over time really stood out to me. And I think to me, they just smell very interesting. A lot of the fragrances kind of, for me, for example, Rose 31 I think is a stellar example of one that kind of teeters on the edge of what I think of as like kind of feminine notes and masculine notes. So I think that kind of play within their different fragrances across the board is something that I really love about their house. So
cool. Which ones do you own currently?
I own a full bottle of Bergamot 22, which I love. It's almost everyday scent for me.
I love it.
Santal 33, of course, I got a bottle of that one. So every once in a while I wear that. And I have Tenoir 29, which I also really like.
You have two of my favorites.
Yeah, they're great. They're pretty standout. So, and then hopefully next I'm going to do another 13.
Oh.
From Colette. So,
Colette, yes. Have you smelled it?
I have, yeah. It's available in their boutiques in the sample size. So,
you smelled it then?
Yeah, I wear it through the sample size, but I just about ready to get the full bottle. It's really great. It's a very unique fragrance to me. Really warm, kind of mysterious, but
it is.
Yeah.
And are you ordering it from Colette.com?
Yeah, so you can order it online. You can only get it at Colette. They have the samples in their boutiques, but not, you can't purchase a bottle in the boutiques, so you have to order the bottle through Colette online, but it seems pretty easy, so.
Wait a minute, I was in Paris, and I was about to buy another 13.
Oh, really?
But they were out.
Oh, really?
But normally you can buy them from the boutique.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I've never been, but it's available online. It doesn't say out of stock or anything when I last checked.
And how much was it?
I think it's probably, yikes.
Ballpark?
It's pretty on par with the regular price, I think.
Okay.
So I think 100 mil is, gosh, how much does 100 mils cost? Like 2 something? 260?
Well, 265 for the, Bergamot 22.
I think it's pretty close to the
price?
standard price, yeah. If not, it might be even a little bit cheaper. But I think it's around the same ballpark as your, so it's not in the same price range as like the city exclusives, even though it's only available through Colette. It's actually more along the price line of the standard 12 or so fragrances they have on their normal line. So not a bad price.
Do you have a desire to get any of the city exclusives?
Absolutely.
Which ones do you like?
Well, I like Tuberose. It's Tuberose 40, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a New York exclusive. I got to smell a sample. So whenever my friends travel to other cities, or I have friends from those cities coming to visit me, I'm like, please get me a sample, because you can't get them except for September.
September,
right?
Which is coming around the corner.
Right.
All the boutiques that sell Le Labo, Barney's, Nordstrom's, Saks, and of course the boutiques will have all the city exclusives. Other than that, besides September, you can only buy those city exclusives at the city.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I've only been able to smell small samples of some of them, but I like Tuberose so far. It's kind of a nice citrusy opening, kind of gets into the tuberose and white florals in the bottom, which I actually really am a big fan of. And I'm really hoping someday to smell the Gaiac 10 from Tokyo.
Well, just
it's very clean.
smell it in September, because
I can't wait.
I love the Gaiac, I love the Benjoin, I love the Bay Rose, and I love the Limette also.
Yeah.
Very close to Bergamot. And the Vanille is also really nice. The Poivre is nice.
Yeah.
The Curl is okay. And the Aldehyde, I don't remember smelling the Aldehyde. It must be a new one also, I think.
I think they actually, if I remember correctly, the Dallas store closed a few years back, so it's been off the market for maybe 3 years or so. But I heard a rumor from the boutique that they're gonna open another, either in Nordstrom or another boutique in Dallas again, and they're gonna bring back that fragrance finally.
Okay. Well, I'll be happy to smell it.
Yeah,
I
same.
haven't smelled it.
Me neither.
All right, so let's go ahead and try this Mousse De Chene 30. So Mousse De Chene is basically oak moss dominant fragrance. Basically, Mousse De Chene stands for oak moss, and it says Amsterdam City exclusive, but I have no information for this. We're shooting this as like the day after I got a sample of it, and I don't even see any information posted anywhere online.
Same.
There's
Haven't seen
nothing
anything.
posted anywhere.
Yeah.
So here goes, okay?
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, there's one for you.
Thank you. Oh, wow. That's really nice.
So, I usually associate oak moss with older smelling fragrances.
Right.
This is so modern. It's
No,
like
totally.
it's not like a throwback to anything classic.
Wow. It's very nice. It's very refreshing to me.
It's refreshing, but it's got legs. It's got a kick.
Yeah.
It's got spiciness. It's got creaminess.
Right, right.
But it's definitely oak moss. But I think it's smoothed over because oak moss can be a little rough.
Yeah.
It also kind of reminds me of a few other fragrances, which I'm having a difficult time remembering what they are. But first sniff yesterday when I smelled it, I was like, wow, I got to get me a bottle. It's really good.
It's really nice.
The other city exclusives have not jumped out at me as much as this one does. And I'm fine spending the $460 or so for this one.
Yeah,
but the other ones were like, okay, I mean...
They're nice, but not really warranted.
I mean, I like several, like I said, Gaiac, the Benjoin, and the Vanille, and even the musk is nice, I think. The musk is quite nice. But this one has like... The other ones I just mentioned from the city exclusives are kind of on the softer side.
Right.
This one seems like it's got a kick. It's got a bite, and I like that about it.
It's really nice, yeah. I don't know. To me, it just smells very like refreshing and green. I don't know if green, the way I think of green, is the same as other people would, but something about it just smells very fresh and new and revitalizing. And I almost feel, and again, I've been a little under the weather this week, so my nose is a little bit stuffed up, so maybe I'm not getting the full experience, but I almost feel like I smell something almost a little bit incensey back there. I don't know if you're getting that at all.
Maybe there's a little bit of smoke back there, and that could be from the oak moss, I think. But don't you think, it's definitely green, you're right about the green part.
Yeah.
But don't you think there's something like creamy, like that's like softened the like the rough edges?
Yeah.
What do you think?
No, I do get that too. And I almost get something very subtly spicy. It's not quite I don't know if I would say it's peppery to me, but there's something, a little hint of like a mild spice in there. I don't know if you're picking that up.
Well, I always associate with oak moss with a little pepperiness to begin with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it then. I've never smelled oak moss in isolation, so I'm not sure if I even know. If I smelled oak moss, I don't know if I would even be able to call it out.
The thing about oak moss is, and I don't know the specifics about this, but it was outlawed, or you weren't able to use it. So a lot of fragrances from the 70s and 80s that had oak moss had to be reformulated with like maybe perhaps a synthetic oak moss creation or a molecule. So I don't know how they did it here, but I really love this one.
Yeah, it's really nice actually. I was really surprised. I guess based off the note name, I kind of thought in my head of some, like what you were saying, a lot of older fragrances, something a little bit more like sheep-esque, and I don't know, this smelled really, something like I'd actually wear this, I think.
You would wear this one?
Yeah, it's really nice.
Do you think it's worth the price?
There's still others on the list I want to smell before I drop that much cash on the bottle, but it's definitely better than I think some of the other exclusives I've gotten to smell so far. So,
yeah. What do you think of the San Francisco exclusive?
You know, I can appreciate it as a fragrance, but there's one note in there and I can't pick out what it is, but it reminds me of a fragrance that someone that I don't like often wears.
Oh,
so it's
no.
one of those issues where it's just like I have that olfactory association with it, where it's like it's a beautiful fragrance. I know a lot of people like it, but for me it's like I just keep thinking of that person that I'm not very fond of. So for me it's just one I can't wear, but
I have that happen too.
It's the worst. It can just ruin a good scent for you.
Oh god, yeah, it's a bummer. But see, I can't stop smelling this.
Same, it's really nice.
It's really, really nice. So we'll find out more about this and the notes very, very soon. I'm sure they're going to be posting about it. But for now, I don't know the notes here.
Yeah.
Nothing, except for the fact that it's oak moss and it's Amsterdam City exclusive. And pretty soon, September will roll around and you'll be able to go smell them at, like we were saying, at all the stores that have Le Labo.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
You can buy them there. And it's the prices, you know, the city exclusive prices are different than the non-city exclusive prices.
Right.
It's almost double.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we try a little on the skin?
Yeah.
Let's see. Maybe that'll warm it up a bit. It smells really nice. Oops, drop the cap.
So is it cool on you or?
Cool. You mean like the feeling that I get? I don't think so.
Because it's very warm to me.
Yeah. No, I think the association is warm, but I'm wondering if like the heat of my skin will like bring the fragrance out a little differently.
See, the creaminess pops up more. There's something creamy and I don't know what that is. Maybe it's vanilla.
Oh, I'm getting that so much more now on my skin.
To me, it
It's
also
almost, yeah. I wonder if it's vanilla or even something lightly floral in there I'm getting now.
Do you also pick up a little bit like a cumin or caraway? Because there's like a little hint of dirty in there.
Maybe that's like the hint of something slightly spicy that I was getting earlier.
But very, very good.
I still associate it as very clean to me though.
It's very clean.
Yeah. It's weird because on my skin now I feel like I'm smelling definitely something slightly sweet, like almost a little hint of a delicate floral, but it's not one that I can pick out like, oh, it's definitely a jasmine to me, or it's definitely a rose. Like it's very subtle to me in the background.
It could be magnolia, it could be ylang ylang. Something that's not as beefy like tuberose or gardenia or
definitely
jasmine.
not tuberose or gardenia for me.
But yeah, I wish we knew the notes.
Yeah, but it's definitely, I think too, white florals can tend to get a little bit cloying for a lot of people. I personally love white floral notes, but I think this is very, and I like this in the same way that I like the Rose 31, where that, to me, the rose is very softly presented to you. It's not like in your face a rosy, rosy, rosy scent.
It's not a rosy
So in the
scent.
same way, I kind of get a slight amount of floral in there, really balanced nicely with kind of the fresher green stuff in there.
So we have a winner?
I like it a lot.
Yeah?
I really want to wear it.
Yeah, it's just really good.
And I can't stop smelling it.
Well, I'm looking forward for the announcements to find out what they are and the notes, and of course the nose. I'm anxious to find out who did these. Because you said the three Colette ones were...
Frank Vocal, who
Frank
did
Vocal.
Santal 33, and maybe something else for them. I'm not sure if he's done another
I'm
one.
not sure who...
I think he might have done the Elaine 49 actually.
Oh,
maybe.
he might have? Okay. I have
But,
that one.
Yeah.
And that was definitely oak moss.
Yeah.
There's oak moss in there. Cool.
see.
All right. Well, thank you
Awesome.
so much for coming to
thanks
do
for letting
this.
me smell it. This is a wonderful opportunity. So
Yeah.
thanks.
Why don't we do bergamot next?
Awesome. One of my favorites.
Cool. Guys, thanks so much for watching this video for Mousse De Chene 30, the Amsterdam City exclusive by Le Labo. If you have any questions or comments, please list below. Also, please like this video, please share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.